my question.
Bhag, Simran, bhag.
So it's about Ghosla Ka Ghosla, the character that you play of Khurana. Is did you have a risk in the character? Because we know the character is selfish. He wants the land at any cost. So when you developed the character, how did you justify you being the character and
Basically, you're saying Parsi Baba Punjabi kaise ban gaya?
no, not really. But how do you justify being a negative character, and how do you sympathize with it?
So I don't judge my characters. Why should I judge my characters? There are human beings that are like that. First, number one. Number two is, yes, it was difficult for me to convince people externally that I'm Punjabi, right? Which is another problem in itself. But again, you mentioned, so happy to know that you mentioned something we've learned today in this room, and that is, what does he want? Yeah? What does he actually want? Simran, can you tell me, what is it that he wants?
I think to satisfy his ego,
All right.
where he wants the land.
Right. So he's a greedy guy.
He's a greedy guy.
He wants more. But then that's his status quo also. Remember that. Why does this become special? And why is the story being told from this point of view? You know why? It is the involvement of the son. And I grabbed onto that. It took me a long time to grab onto that. And I spoke with the writer, Jaydeep, amazing writer. I said, what is it? Why is Ranveer Shori's character in the scene? And why does he call him Sahab Kahi Ka? Tu jaha bahar jaake baith, he tells Ranveer Shori's character, Sahab Kahi Ka. And he tells him, बचपन में पट्टियां किए, बुखार ये किया, वो किया, पाला पोसा, और अभी जवाब दे रहे हमें. Why is he so antagonistic with this boy? He said, मेरा बेटा मेरे साथ बैठने के लिए शर्माता है. That's his wound. You get what I'm saying? What's his flaw? His flaw is the son doesn't think he is worthy because he's a bloody crook to sit next to him. We figured something out what we just discussed. Once you figure that out, you know what the drive is. And when he sees that boy, he's always smiling at him. यार अच्छा लड़का है, आपका अच्छा लड़का है. दो बेटे हैं यार, दो एक गुस्से वाला एक ऐनक वाला. You understand what I'm saying? He misses that. And he sees Naveen Nischal's character, and that is why, because of his fatal flaw, that he makes the mistake with Naveen Nischal's character, because he comes in golf clothes, तो ये भी golf clothes में उतरा, because वो बोलेगा मेरा बेटा मेरे साथ बैठेगा, तुम्हें golf में posh लगेगा, तो मेरा बेटा मेरे साथ बैठेगा. All this characterization comes from their faults, flaws, their wounds, their wants, and their needs. What's the need? He needs to straighten up and not be a crook, so his son sits with him. Once you understand that, it becomes easy. Then everybody says, yaar, for being a Parsi, you did a very good Punjabi. Yeah, theek hai na yaar. But understanding that was the fun part, the difficult part, and the spicy part. Right? Thank you.
Thank you. No.